revolutionizing the gaming paradigm in the Metaverse and Web3.
And bringing this topic to us is our amazing moderator, that is Brycan Dayao, the COO of Infiny Group. So big round of applause for Brycan, our moderator. He's just realized it is time to make his amazing appearance on our SiGMA stage. We have Evgenii, the CMO of Bets.io. Round of applause as well. Let's get lots and lots of energy in our audience here. We have Rosi, the project director of KM Universe. We have Ryan, the CTO of 1GCX, back on our stage. And we have Eran, the founder and CEO of Bullperks. They're all standing here. They are experts in our amazing panel. Take it away, Brycan.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Well, my name is Brycan. I am the moderator for today. But before that, do you want to introduce yourselves? Like a quick introduction?
Sure, why not? My name is Evgenii, and we are in Bets.io transforming the product to fully Web3 platform. So that's what we're about to talk here. That's the introduction.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Eran. I'm the founder of Bullperks, a top launchpad that does a lot of gaming projects, as well as GamesPad, an ecosystem of gaming, metaverse, and NFT, where we have a marketplace, launchpad for games. We also have development studios, AR, VR, animation, and just mobile gaming studio.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rosi, project director at KM Universe. I'm also a creator, influencer, and I help companies in Web 2 to jump into Web 3 and also the metaverse.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Wilson, CTO of 1GCX Crypto Exchange, also CTO of Move, your hub for online fitness and wellness within the metaverse.
Wow, we do have a mix here, like, founder, influencer, a CTO right there. So let's start. So today we will be talking about the regulatory, how the metaverse will change the gaming industry. We'll talk about ethics, maybe, cybersecurity as well. So let's get into it. Are you guys ready? You're not? Okay.
Let's go.
Let's have the energy so that they can give us the same. So, Ryan, how will the metaverse transform the gaming industry, and what do you think are the challenges associated with this?
I believe that the metaverse is going to make the gaming industry much more immersive, much more social, and bring a lot of users that maybe weren't looking into gaming in the traditional sense as a way to not only play to earn, but really to spend their time socializing in a different way than getting outside, because you can make friends across the globe, but you're not necessarily going to meet up with them yearly. Whereas within the metaverse, you can get on there and meet anybody from anywhere that has access to it and hang out every day.
What about Rosi? What about the challenges? What do you think?
I think when it comes to how it's changing gaming, it comes, as Ryan said, immersive experience. If anyone in the audience had experience to dive into the Oculus, for example, or what Apple is building at the moment, having someone playing with you, going in a quest, make a totally different experience that where you are actually on the PC. If you're a PC gamer, you're just there, and you go in the quest with people that maybe you cannot see them, you cannot feel them, but then when we talk about immersive experience, giving you the shot of these people is here with me, we are on this together, and it gives a different perspective. Also, I think it's changing, and it's being challenged the way that we see fun. We see gaming itself. Before, gaming was more into going all together into this experience, but now you have other elements like gamification, assets. People come to actually have fun, and I think it's a challenge how people is seeing the experience of gaming. It's not only about the game, it's also about what you can build into the game as a decentralized place to have an experience.
Wow, I'm hearing decentralized now. Let's talk about those later. Eran, what are your thoughts?
So regarding the challenges, obviously, it's adoption. No one really managed to solve that yet. I mean,
I love that.
yes, even Facebook, Meta, still struggling.
So what do you think is like the timeline when it comes to adoption?
Probably a few more years in
Yeah.
reality, but the technology is improving. Everything is improving. I mean, we had the first cycle of the Web3 games and metaverses that were very basic, very scammy, to be honest. Now you get the second wave, which is usually the more professional wave, things that been worked on for a couple years, more senior and professional builders coming in. So I think it's going to start picking up in the next few years. And I think it will change the concept of shopping online. You won't go just to a store. You'll go to the metaverse where you can try it on, you can see how it looks. You go to a mall, you don't go to one store. Same thing with events, concerts, sports. So we're definitely going to see a lot of changes. People coming online.
Imagine your dad shopping in VR. I can't imagine at the moment.
Look,
but yeah,
yeah,
Evgeni.
let me step into it. And we're all here talking about Web3 technologies, transforming, metaverse, and every kind of that stuff. But let me ask, let's say, 20 people over here. Who of them, raise your hands, who plays or owns the Web3 games right now? Like Stepan, Genopets, who of you have that? None of it.
Hey.
Right? We are talking about the adoption, about the technologies. When people say the metaverse, look, Web3 and metaverse is like the first sex. Everybody says that, nobody knows that. So when I say, check this out. So I have, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Web3 games. All of them based on different blockchains, Solana, Avalanche, BNB, and every day I earn like $3 to $5 in this game. Right? But then every day they decrease the number of money you can earn. But at the same time, all the metaverses now is just a website where you can go in, take your goggles, and just do a few steps. The recent days, Apple Vision Pro got super hyped, viral, all that stuff. Okay, but a week after, there is a scientific evidence about the transition from reality issue. People who spend too much time in these goggles struggling to go back to reality. So when we're talking about all these challenges, adoption and engaging people, everything, we don't even know what the problems will be. I'm not even saying issue, because that will be the problem. You will involve the player so much that you will have to help him to go out. That will be the problem. So the thing about responsible gaming and all this stuff is just about to rise. All the gaming companies, providers, NFT, launchpads, everybody, we all should think twice, three times, whatever it takes, just to make sure that we will not drive the people crazy. That's the challenge.
You know what my challenge is? Vertigo. Right? You have to solve that first before we can transition to VR. Am I kidding? No, I'm not. I'm actually serious about that. Like maybe an hour of VR, and if you're not used to, I'm in my 30 plus, and then I'm playing like a normal PlayStation 5. I can't even take like 2 hours more because I'm having. What about VR, right? So yeah.
Look, I tried. Maybe all of us saw the Killers of the Flower Moon, right? The recent movie from Martin Scorsese. 3 hours, 22 minutes. My 11-year-old daughter, she was like, Daddy, how you can watch that long story sitting and doing nothing? I was like, yeah, maybe I'm too old. She's looking like 2 to 5 minutes and she bored.
Yeah.
And we're talking about this.
Maybe it will take a while, but yeah, I'm looking forward for the next 5 years, especially with a lot of new technologies out there. AI is helping a lot. So let's talk about serious stuff. Regulators. What do you think, guys? Are regulators and jurisdictions ready to address the implications of the metaverse? I'm seeing Evgenii.
The short answer, I will pass, but the short answer is no, they are not ready.
Okay, Rosi.
So I think when it comes to regulation, we have two things following what said. First, we have the fact of education. I mean, that's something that regulators, companies, investors should look up to, like how to educate people. To be honest, I play 5-6 hours on the Oculus. I don't get tired. I don't have problem. I don't have problem going out to the world. It's amazing. Horizons. What all these companies are doing in the metaverse, like companies that are there. Horizons is building amazing communities for people learning. I'm learning Italian at the moment in Horizon. I have a lot of people around the world that comes to me. Every Wednesday, we sit there, we learn a language with people who is in other places. It's fantastic. When you go to playing games, Dayao, if you've heard Dayao, there's a lot of games that you can play, things that you can do that involve other people. I think when it comes to the regulators that create these games, it's our responsibility as creators, are people who create assets, outfits, anything that you create in the metaverse, not only as a VR experience, but also as a Web3, to know what's the limit, what's our limit of what we are creating, and how can this affect. In other markets like Asia, for example, I have experience in China, and we have rehab for people that plays, that exists. It's a future that is coming. It's something that we are delving into. I have 3 siblings, 8 years old, 12, 14. That's my benchmark. And when we play in Roblox in VR, they come with things like, are you coming with that outfit? I mean, it's the most boring thing I've seen. So if you have Gen Zers or Gen Alphas around, that can be the best benchmark of what we can do on regulation, what we can do about education, what we can do about the limits of us as human beings, because you have the technology and you use the technology, or the technology use you. So it's on us to put the lines, and it's on us to educate the people that is going to come and actually make use, real use of this technology.
Love that line. Ryan, 3 words. Regulatory, decentralized, global reach. What do you think? Are we ready?
I can definitely say, like Evgenii, no, we're not ready. But there's one thing that regulators love to do, and that is regulate. So with an evolving industry like this, they'll evolve with it and find ways to regulate, possibly over-regulate. And hopefully they don't do that too quickly, so that we can expand and actually see what the bounds are before they start putting those restrictions onto everyone.
It's funny. Everyone hates regulators until they need them. It's like when you get scammed from crypto. Oh, it's decentralized and everything. But then when you get scammed and you're like, why wasn't it regulated? Where is my money? Where is the SEC to go after them? So we need the regulators.
Where are we at?
The thing is that we need them, but they need some food to be prepared to regulate something. But we don't know ourselves yet what we're about to face. Of course we need them, but we need to help them, to show them, look, this is our study, this is our research, this is how people behave on the platform, this is how people misbehave on the platform. This is the information, please use that. So we're about to collaborate to give them the info.
Yeah, they're always a little bit late to the party, usually a few years. But it will come.
What about the ethical global standard for regulating this in the Web3 and Metaverse? Because definitely something that is bad for another person is not bad for the other one. So how do you think we can meet in between, or how do you think we can actually agree, or they can actually write it down and this is our the laws and whatever?
Look, I think the best we can do right now is to check what's going on with Mark Zuckerberg in the United States with the public hearings he has at the moment, sitting in front of the Congress, receiving all these questions about how his platform affect the people's behavior every day. School, whatever, universities, work people, whatever. It affects people a lot. And we should see that as an opportunity to not repeat the mistakes. Because they try to make a platform so engaging to sell the ads, to make people want the product, or to sell the product, to literally spy on them. So we are about to see that and say, oh, I'm not going to be on his place. I'm not going to be there answering that harder questions. So we're about to learn that and say, okay, where is the limit? As we all say here, where is the limit? I can inform myself this level, and that is my ethical level, and I'm about to express it on my website, social media, whatever. I say, this is what we do, but this is above the limit. We are not doing that. So this is it's about choice, of course.
I think that's a good point to bring up the limit, but in an emerging industry like this, where is the limit? We have to push the limits until we find that. And we're not quite there yet. We're just getting started. And there's a lot of exciting things to see before we finally find those limits of exploitation of both the platform or the user.
I think it comes also to, once again, to advocate on education. Education not only allows us to drive further, but also allows us to discover more. Because the more education you have in this area, the more you can dive into it, the more things you can discover. And when it comes to the ethical part, let's be honest, people do nasty things in real life. They will do nasty things on the internet. I mean, that's a fact, right? So it comes on us, the players, the companies that are doing things, the people that are building things. I think we are the ones that are able, as the guys are saying, to create this framework that not only regulators, but also players, creators, companies, people that come as a community to have an experience can be more safe and can have, a better experience for all.
5 minutes. Okay, let's get into the investment. What do you think? How can individuals and businesses invest in the metaverse and Web3 in the future, and what are like the risks? Eran,
So as I said,
1 minute for each.
as I said, I mean, a lot of businesses are now going to come into the metaverse because it's going to change the whole way people are shopping. I mean, we've seen a lot of companies trying, whether it's Nike, Adidas, Prada, and a lot of other big designers. They're trying, no one is really making money except for Nike. No one really made money from it, but it takes time to explore, to figure business models, but it will happen. So I really believe that they're going to start investing more and more money into it.
Evgenii.
Yeah, so the concept of Web3 is your data belongs to you. And your data can be converted into money, into real assets. So that's the educational side of all of this business. And the retail users got to educate themselves every day, realizing like, okay, why am I allowing the big media companies to show me the ads 25,000 times a day, every minute, every second in Facebook? Every post is my friend ads, my friend ads, my friend ads. Why? So either you understand the concept of Web3, that this is the data that you control and convert it into money. So then, when you realize that, you can control the environment around you, and then you can benefit. You can allow this company to show you ads, this company to give you a special offer, and this company, okay, this is my data, this is how I behave, study me, but give me something in return. That's it.
I love that idea. Ryan, investment.
Yeah, so of course there's your traditional equity investments, token investments, etc. But really the cool thing about Web3 is that as a player, your time on that is an investment in and of itself, and you are gaining back return because of the monetization structures. And on top of that, players and developers can develop within these games to make their own monetization schemes, because these games aren't locked down, centralized fully. Some of them are ever expanding, and you can truly make your own business within a game that you're in, within your own world. And that's the really exciting part, is that as a consumer, you're actually an investor.
Rosi.
When it comes to money on Web3 and VR, I would say create. It doesn't matter what you are creating. If you have a company, create. You can create assets. You can create a community. You can create experiences. You can create, we create, for example, digital experience where people come to real places and they can interact with people in the internet. You need to create in order to leverage on the fact of money, right? So the best way to actually invest is not only having a company inside of Web3. You don't need to have a company. You don't need to have a company or a brand inside the Oculus, in the Oculus library. You can actually create something, bring people together, have friends that are creating assets, have friends who are decentralized, get into crypto chats in Discord and ask what people want to see, what people want to experience. The brilliant thing about the metaverse and Web3 is that it's allowing the experience of not only gaming, coming together and creating something and finding a goal, going to a goal together. And people is willing to go there together. If you go to the Discord and you have a project and you are someone, hey, I want to develop some assets for I don't know, Roblox in my VR. You will find a lot of people that is interested into it. So
Yeah.
I would say to people, create and bring a lot of people with you.
Final words, last minute. One problem, and what do you think is the solution? Just a quick one.
Well, I mean, I think there's going to be, as every business, there's going to be a lot of scams and a lot of businesses that not going to succeed. I mean, in investments, 90% of investment of companies are going to fail. So it's not about picking the winners and becoming the winners.
Okay.
The main thing I want to suggest all of us hearing this panel discussion, just Google at least one Web3 game and play it for a week. We're all here talking about things that we are not using. And this is the problem. Please Google something, install this game and play it just to understand the concept, how it works and how it engages. Because we are talking, but not using that. It's like how to sell the milk. You know, I don't drink milk, but yeah, I can sell that. Why? Just install some game and play it for a while to understand the thing.
Ryan, quick one.
The number one problem is adoption, and the easiest way to solve that is to reduce the friction and make the games fun to be on.
Ross.
For a lot of people that is not interested on Web3 or the Metaverse, I would say monetization. And monetization comes actually from everything that we say here. So I would encourage everybody to get some VR glasses, to download some Web3 games, have the experience. And now time is over, but I will recommend you, and this is an example that I do with majority of our partners, go and try to find Half-Life, play Half-Life in the computer, and then try to find it in an Oculus Quest. You will see the great difference, and actually, not only from the experience, but also on yourself and what your business can do.
Thank you so much. This is our panel. My name is Brycan Dayao, and that was really, really fun. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Brycan.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.